Hello, I'm Rob Beveridge and this is not my Mini Cooper S, but I am driving it through Wales on my way to Lada racing circuit for like the 5th time this week. I've just been up and down the country using different Mini Cooper S's, so I decided I'd review this one, and I feel like I can tell you a reasonable amount about how it drives because I've been driving 3 or 4 different ones on motorways and A roads and B roads and back roads and alleyways and car parks. I think I'll start with the bad points. The mirrors are tiny, you can't really see anything in them. You can either see too much up or too much down, but never the right amount of what you want to see. The windows, when you crack them, they just let loads of wind in. There's nothing you can do to avoid it because of the way of the shape of it basically. And it's really annoying if you're on the motorway. Yay! But it sounds great, so you just live with all of that. It pops and crackles a lot, this one. It's quite loud, it's had something done to the exhaust. I'm not sure what, but I can feel it through my arse with the vibrations in the seat. So over the past week I've probably done well over 1,000 miles in various different Mini Cooper S's. And a major thing that is really annoying me is the seats. I don't know what it is, but there's nothing you can do. There's no way of positioning it to make it comfortable. So for a long distance cruiser, this is definitely not the right car. But for nipping around town and getting through tiny gaps in traffic and just being a general prat, it's a really good car. 2004 this one is. It's done 125,000 miles and it gets abused because it's a track car for driving experience thingy-mabobs. So it's got Lada pedals in it and it gets badly abused, and to be fair, it's putting up with it quite well. It drives fine. The gearbox is still nice and smooth. The brakes are really good, and I'm pretty sure they're standard brakes as well. But there's a Mini Cooper S, so you probably get sporty brakes on it anyway, don't you? I love the central positioned rev gauge because it's right where you want it to be. You don't need to look down, it's in your peripheral vision straight away, and there's no Speedo to distract you. And you don't need to know how fast you're going, do you? You just want to know when you're hitting that sweet red line. And the Speedo being over there is quite good anyway because you just forget about it and you can just crack on with your day. The top speed on paper is actually 138 miles an hour, which is impressive. It does 0 to 60 in 7.2 seconds, which isn't amazing, is it? It could be better. You would think it would be better with a supercharged engine in such a small, light car. But I guess they give it away for some of the top end, don't they? I don't know why though. I have heard reliability on these is questionable, and it is, or it can be quite expensive to repair them. But you just gotta hope you get a good one, I suppose. Hope you get lucky. Fingers crossed for you. The John Cooper Works Mini Cooper S is around 200 brakes, so thinking about it, you could probably get near that with quite a straightforward tune on one of these. And you can pick these up for about 1,500 quid, which is very cheap for a car as fast as it is. I wouldn't say as powerful as it is because it's not, but it's light, so the power works. I wonder what the power to weight ratio is. Someone comment, what is it? Thank you. It is just a proper driver's car. It's built for the driving experience. You don't buy it to ferry anyone around or do anything practical whatsoever. You just buy it for the pure driving experience, and for the price you can get them for, around 1,500 quid, it's kind of worth it, isn't it? It's not like you're going really out of your way to get one. You could have one as a track weapon and it wouldn't be costing you anywhere near as much as a lot of other track cars. Would you believe this thing only weighs about 1.2 ton, actually just under. That is very light for a car. So what else weighs that? And Mark 1 Mazda MX-5 weighs a ton. So this is just a little bit heavier than a 90s MX-5. And this will be a lot safer. Trust me on that. Speak from experience. This has got proper pillars in it and a roof. Yeah, it's got a roof. An MX-5 doesn't even have a roof. How have they made this thing so light? I've got aircon and stuff, so it's not like they've stripped out. I've got door cards with actual handles, and it's impressive. I'm more and more impressed with this Mini the more I learn about it. The gear change is so easy and smooth, and it's a nice clutch. They do feel very, very well put together as a whole. It is BMW though, isn't it? So you expect that, really. Yes, BMW. You can get lift off oversteer in them quite easily. Do you know what I will say? Is the pedals are surprisingly not too close together. My first car was a Citroen Saxo, and the pedals in that were touching each other. And if you wore a big shoe, like I do, I've got Air Force Ones, then you would press all 3 pedals with 1 foot. Whereas in this, it's a very small car, like a Saxo, but the pedals are all spaced out very well. I feel like I could drive this wearing Wellington boots. This car does bring out the inner child in you. No matter how much you try and fight it, he'll find his way out. I reset the MPG, and after doing about 80-90 miles, I've got 33.2 miles to the gallon, and I've not been driving economically. This car is impressive. I'm genuinely very impressed. Right, I think we'll end it there. Thank you very much for watching my Mini Cooper S review. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you have, please consider subscribing to the channel. It means a lot, and like the video. Other than that, thank you very much. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. God, this Porsche looks like he's playing. Go ahead, Porsche. Traction control's kicking in loads. It's so sensitive. You okay, Mini? Come on, little Boxster, let's have a play. I bet you around corners he couldn't get away from this. Send nudes. He's just put his flap up and it says send nudes. Where do I send them? I like this guy. I hope you can see that on the camera. Oh, he's not going my way. Thought I'd made a friend. Oh, would you look at that behind the police?